hands out in front of you like this. Now, this time what I want you to do, just like this, just like that, fingers nice and straight together, what I want you to do is focus on the point between your two hands.
In this week's hypnosis tutorial, I talk about just giving people a flavour of what hypnosis is like. If you want to understand what I mean, then, well, keep watching and find out. Hi there, it's Turan here from Feel Good Hypnosis, and from time to time people come up and say, well, I don't know if I want to be hypnotized, but I want to know what it feels like. Well, there's only really one true way to feel what it feels like, and that's to be hypnotized. Everyone feels hypnosis in a different way. Some people will feel relaxation, some people will feel just enjoyment. It's hard to know how, to describe it to someone other than just to hypnotize them. But what follows is going to be a short video clip from some street hypnosis with Jonathan, my son, hypnotizing 3 girls on street hypnosis at the QCon fair. Now, he's not hypnotizing them fully, but there's an experience of hypnosis in just what he's doing. So let's watch the video clip first, but keep watching when the street hypnosis ends, because I'm going to come back and talk a little bit about what you saw in that clip. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to click the big red subscribe button so you get to see more from Feel Good Hypnosis, and click the little grey notification bell so you get notified when a new video is coming out from ourselves. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. I really want to hear from you. And by the way, I'll put a link in the card section up above, and in the description section as well, because one of these girls was actually hypnotized by Jonathan after this little warm-up exercise, as I would call it. In the meantime, let's watch the video and then I'll come back and talk about it.
Real simple, all you just got to do is follow my instructions, okay? So I want you to stand in the line and put your feet nice and straight together, okay? Now, in a minute, not right now, but in a minute, what I'm going to do is get you to put your hands out and clasp them together, okay? You ready? Yeah. Okay, so you can do that now, hands out, clasp them together, and bring them up as if you're making a desperate prayer, okay? Now, not right now, but in a second, I'm going to ask you to put your 2 fingers up like this here. Not right now, in a minute. But what I want you to do is I want you to focus on that point between your 2 fingers. Okay, and I want you to use your imagination to pretend and imagine that your 2 fingers are magnets and they're going to pull closer and closer together. Okay. And that's all it is. Okay, you ready? So do that now. Lift your 2 fingers up. Yep, just like that there. Keep them there, keep them there, keep them there. Okay, now in a minute when I flick my fingers, the magnets are going to turn on and they're going to pull closer and closer together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and that's right. Allow those foot magnets to pull closer. That's right, just feel them pulling closer and closer and closer. It might be slow, some might be fast, that's fine. Just allow them to get closer and closer again. Just keep focusing on that point between your 2 fingers. Get them closer, closer, yeah, closer, and they're touching, and they're touching, and they're touching. You can relax your hands now. How was that? That's hypnosis. That's not too bad, is it? Right, you just want to try something else? Okay, so we'll go away a step further. So we're just using your fingers this time as magnets, but we'll use your hands. So, like before, nice and straight together, hands out in front of you like this. Now, this time what I want you to do, just like this, just like that, fingers nice and straight together, what I want you to do is focus on the point between your 2 hands, okay? Just here, between your 2 hands. I want you to put your full focus and attention on that point. And you'll hear the noises around you, but that will only allow you to focus on this point here, okay? Just like that there. Right here. Right there. Right there. Okay? I got my weapon! And actually take a deep breath in. And exhale out. That's good, that's good. Now in a minute, I want you to pretend that there's magnets on the palms of your hands. Keep focusing on that point. I want you to pretend that there's magnets on the palms of your hands, okay? And just like before, when I flick my fingers, those 2 magnets are going to turn on and your hands are going to pull closer and closer together. Are you ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale out, closing your eyes down at the same time. Close your eyes down, but in your mind, see that point between your 2 hands, okay? See that point between your 2 hands. Nod your head if you can still see it in your mind. Nod your head, you can still see it. That's good, that's good. Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and feel those magnets. Keep your eyes closed, but feel those magnets pull it now. Feel them turning on in your 2 hands. That's right, pulling closer and closer together. Just allow them to get closer and closer and closer. That's right, that's right. Just allow you to you can relax your hands down. Just keep focusing on those 2 hands, pulling closer and closer together. That's right, that's right. And relax them down now. And you can relax your hands down. How was that?
That was so cool.
What did that feel like? What was pulling your hands? Can you feel the pull?
Yeah.
Your hands just wanted to come together?
Yeah.
Hi guys, so I hope you really enjoyed that video. So what happened there? Basically Jonathan did two what we would call warm-up exercises. Now, magnetic fingers and magnetic hands. You'll have seen probably in induction videos and other videos on this site, myself or Jonathan actually using the magnetic fingers and or the magnetic hands to actually totally induce someone into a deeper hypnotic trance. But at this level, we can stop it at any time and still give someone an experience. So Jonathan starts with the magnetic fingers and he says, clasp your hands together, bend your elbows like you're saying a desperate prayer. Now, all the way through this exercise, we're looking and calibrating people. I've talked about calibration before. We're looking and calibrating to see how they respond. Are they worried? Are they slow to respond? Are they nervous to respond? Now, right away, as soon as he says, like you're making a desperate prayer, the girl in the end in the blue, she really laughs. The one in the middle laughs a little bit, and the one in the end doesn't laugh at all. Now, that could be because she's quite religious and she could see us as mocking. We're not mocking, we're just giving a metaphor for bending your elbows, but she could read it up the wrong way and she might be offended, or she might just be a quiet sort of introvert type person that doesn't laugh as much, or maybe she just didn't get the joke. Anyway, as you go on throughout the exercise, look how responsive they are. Even just saying put your hands together, look how quickly they do it. Bend your elbows, look how quickly they respond. Put your fingers up in the air. Every action that we're asking the girls to do, we're watching to see how responsive they are. And that's going to be an indication, because hypnosis at the end of the day is something that happens within the individual, by the individual, but we are guiding them. And if we guide them somewhere and they don't go there, it's not going to be as effective. So we're looking for their responsiveness. Not to say that we are controlling them, because again, big misconception in hypnosis that hypnosis is about the hypnotist controlling someone else. We don't control anyone. You're always in control of yourself. But the key thing is, we're looking to see, are they happy to follow instructions? And these girls are a great bunch of girls, and they do follow. All of them experience their fingers coming together nicely. And that in itself, as Jonathan explains in the video, is hypnosis. And he just gives them a second example on a wider scale. Rather than just fingers, he uses the hands. Again, he's getting them to fixate at a point in between their two hands. It's an imaginary point because he's only got one set of fingers as he moves between pairs of hands, but he's saying focus there, and focus there. Again, this is a nice example of working with a group of people, whether you've got 3 or 5. I probably wouldn't do it with 20 people, such an exercise, but for this nice group, it's nice to go between the two hands and just get them to focus their attention between the two hands. Again, notice as he says, take a deep breath. He's going first. He's saying, take a deep breath, and raising his chest, and they'll take a deep breath and raise their chest. Once again, we're monitoring for those acts of responsiveness, not because it means, oh, we're now controlling them. They're doing it at their pace, but their pace is happy enough to be done as we say it, and that tells us they're being responsive. And again, the hands come together nicely. But look how just the responses at the end of this video, how the girl in the red was a bit quieter, was a bit shyer. So if we were moving on to hypnotize someone, and as I said at the beginning, there's a card up there with information on who Jonathan picked to hypnotize. It's a bit of a mix of, I'd like, looking for one of those 3 to say, oh, do me next, hypnotize me. I want to have a bigger experience. If nobody wants it, we don't force it on anyone. But the girl in the end, before even asking anyone, I would say that she's not going to be too responsive, because she's obviously a bit more reserved about it. Again, as I said in last week's video with the gentleman not being too responsive in the skits, that's down to us. It's about us picking someone that's going to be entertaining and responsive and gaining a good experience from hypnosis. The important thing when we're hypnotizing someone is we're giving them an experience, and if they don't want it, then you shouldn't be giving it. All this street hypnosis, people often ask me about the link between street hypnosis and maybe therapeutic hypnosis. It's all good for the industry. So doing street hypnosis is good for the industry and good to show people that, well, I didn't have this outer body experience. From time to time people will say, oh, when you hypnotized me, I didn't have an out-of-body experience. And, well, that's because you don't have an out-of-body experience when you're being hypnotized. So it's about setting aside those misconceptions and teaching people that it's really an enjoyable and a fun thing to do, even besides any real skits. And there was no skits involved in this video today. Jonathan was just giving them a bit of a taster of experience what hypnosis in their mind could do. So I hope all that makes sense. If I've left anything out, please ask me in the comment section below. I really love hearing from you and listening and reading back on your comments and responding to your comments. So if you leave a comment, I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Please do give me a thumbs up. Make sure you give me a like. It really helps support this channel. It helps me develop more videos and commentaries and tutorials for yourself. And don't forget, click the big red subscribe button again. That raises the profile of the channel, and it makes sure that if you click the grey notification bell next to that red button, you get notified when the next video comes out. If you don't do any of that, which I hope you really do, I do launch a new video every Sunday, so keep that in mind, mark that in your calendar as well, and I'll see you next Sunday.